Hello everyone, welcome back to Easy Education London, and today we are looking at the 11 plus NVR. So it reads the following. On the left of the example below, there are two figures that are alike. On the right, there are 5 more figures. One of these is most like the two figures on the left, and its letter has been marked on your answer sheet. So as this is your NVR, we are going to follow SNAPS. So this is an acronym that we have covered in the previous video. So SNAPS stands for the following. S is for shapes. So you look at the shape and see if there's a pattern, if there's a difference. N is number. So look at the number of lines, the number of dots. A is angle. Look at the angle. Which angle is it going in? Is it going in a certain angle, and is it consistent? And then after A, we have P, which is position. Look at the position of dots. Look at the position of lines. S stands for size. Look at the size of things from A, B, C, D, and E, and see if you can find any. So as mentioned, we have covered SNAPS, which is an acronym for your 11 plus NVR. So you look at the position, you look at the size, and finally you look at the shading. So as you can see, we have a simple example. So we've got two shapes on the left. So the first one is here. And the second one is here as labeled here. So you need to find which one will come next. So if you look at A, B, C, D, and E, the answer they've already given us, as is the example, the answer is in fact C. So the reason being, if you look at SNAPS, look at the shape, okay? There's a consistent shape that's being observed here with 4 sides. So 1, 2, and clearly the one that will come after will be C. Again, it's got 4 sides. So that's how you would work out your answers for these styles of questions. So let's have a go at some practice questions. So we'll answer P1 and P2. So now do the 2 practice questions below. Mark the correct answers on your answer sheet. So what you can do is you can pause the video, have a go at answering P1 and P2. And remember, follow the acronym SNAPS. So if you follow SNAPS, you should be able to answer this correctly. And remember, don't rush, because often, from my experience of teaching the 11 plus, students are rushing and whizzing past, these questions, and they make silly mistakes. So go through each option, A, B, C, D, and E, and then consider which one will come next after. So we've got number 1 here, and number 2. And remember the acronym, as I mentioned above, SNAPS. Okay, so S, N, A, P, S, S. Okay, if you follow this, you should be able to answer this accurately. Pause the video and have a go. As you can see from P1, number 1 and number 2, what is consistent between the 2 images is that they both have a black dot. Now, if you look at options A, B, C, D, and E, there's only one which has a black dot. The other 2 have a white dot. And if you look at A and D, they have no dot. So clearly, the next one for P1 will in fact be B. Okay? So if we consider SNAPS here, that would of course fall under your SNAPS criteria. So it does cover and actually overlap with a few of them, to be fair. So the first one, it could fall under, for example, it could fall under number. So the number of dots, okay? It could fall under shading because, again, the dot is shaded in, etc. So the next one in line after 2 would be B. So if you selected B, that is in fact the correct answer. So well done. And if you got this one wrong, you need to review and look at how you can get the answer correct next time by using SNAPS, okay? So use cancelling out, look at the shape, look at the number. So number of sides, number of dots, etc. Look at the angle, look at the position, look at the size, and look at the shading. So go through these criteria, using a step-by-step sort of procedure, and that should help you narrow down your options. Moving on to P2. So we've got, again, image 1. As you can see, you've got an arrow pointing up. That's number 1. And number 2 is, again, an arrow pointing a diagonal, but to the left, okay? So it's pointing down and at an angle. So what you need to do is find what's consistent between 1 and 2 and see what will come next after that. So clearly, looking at it, they both have a line and a triangle. Okay, so they both have a line and a triangle. So you can already assume the next shape will, of course, include a line and a triangle. Pause the video and have a go. Which shape will come next? Now, if we look at the images 1 and 2, the triangle that they provided us with is in fact an equilateral triangle. So if we look at A is in fact an isosceles triangle, so therefore A would be wrong. B does not include a triangle and a line, so B can be cancelled out. C, it does include an equilateral triangle and a line, so this can potentially be an answer because you can see it matches the sequence of 1 and 2. If we look at D, you've got a line and a triangle, yes, but it's shaded in. The others, 1 and 2, are not shaded in, so it cannot be D. And finally, E, you do not have a triangle here, so therefore clearly E will be wrong. So the final answer for P2 will in fact be C. So if you selected C as the correct answer, well done. If you got this one wrong, make sure you review your answer and go through snaps, because that's the same system and procedure you would follow to score the correct marks for this question. So this, again, is a simple strategy you can use for your NVR, and it applies for numerous example style questions, and you can use it for odd one out, for finding similar patterns, etc. So I hope you found this video beneficial and informative. And remember, S is for shapes. What kind of shapes do we have? Do you have a pentagon? Do you have a hexagon? Do you have a circle? Do you have a triangle? And how many shapes do you have? Do you have 5? Do you have 4? Do you have 3? So think about N, which is the number of shapes. Is it consistent? Is there a number pattern? Are they all even? Are they all odd? Does it increase in 1? Does it increase in 2? A is for angle. So what angle is it in? The shape is in 45 degrees angles. Is it in a 90-degree angle? Is it on a straight line, 180, etc.? P is for position. So look at the position of the lines. Look at the position of the dots. Is it in the center of the shape? Is it at the top? Is it at the bottom? S is for size. Look at the size of the shape. Does the size of the shape increase from 1, 2, 3, and 4? Or does it decrease? And finally, S is for shading. So if the dot is the line shaded in, is the shape shaded in? And is there a consistent pattern throughout? So these are things that you need to consider for your 11 plus exams. So you do have the summer holidays to prepare and revise for these upcoming exams. Do make sure you subscribe, like, and share for more, as we are going to create more education related videos for your 11 plus. The exams are fast approaching in September 2023. Do make sure you subscribe, because we will make a playlist of the entire 11 plus exams for VR, for NVR, for maths, and for English as well. Also, we'll be providing tips on how to prepare for your interviews and how to ace your exams in September. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share for more. Thank you.